Alright, what is up YouTube? This is first video on the channel, so pretty exciting. But I just want to go over a quick video basically on how to backtest the pairs you're trading. This is sort of like a beginner level, maybe / intermediate level video. But I'm guessing if you were clicking on this video, then you're wanting to learn how to backtest your pairs. Backtesting meaning you are trading in history of price. So it's not live, it's not the future of price, you're trading in the history of price. So I'll start from the beginning all the way to the end. And then of course, if you guys have any questions, feel free to leave a comment and I'll be answering all of them. So first you're going to want to go to tradingview.com. Again, like I said, I'm going to start from the very beginning. So let's go to TradingView. As you can see, I already have an account with TradingView. But if you don't, then I would suggest making one. One thing to note with TradingView to backtest, you are going to need to have a subscription. At least the minimum subscription. I believe it's like $14 or $15 a month, maybe $14.99. So you're gonna need a subscription to have the bar replay feature to be able to backtest and go back in history, go back in price. So let's go to AUD USD. That's one of my favorite pairs, honestly. Although obviously in future videos I'll go over kind of more of my strategy and what I do, but how I trade. But yeah, I like trading AUD USD, GBP USD, NASDAQ, sometimes EU as well, Euro USD. So again, if you're new to TradingView, your chart's probably not going to look like this. I've changed my settings. This is just kind of how I like my charts. Instead of just the red and green candles, I have the black and blue candles. But so to go into bar replay mode, again, you're going to need the subscription for it. But this replay tab up here, we're going to click on that. That's going to open up this feature down here. So we're going to go to jump to. That will let you jump to a different time and price. So history. So let's say that another thing to note is you're going to want to, whatever session you trade or whatever time period that you're trading during the day, or most often trading, that's the period that you're going to want to backtest. So I trade New York session, so I'm usually on the charts around pre-New York 7 a.m. ish. So I'm gonna go back and backtest past history or past day that is like around the time I would normally hop on. I'm not gonna, if I'm trading at 7, usually 7 to 10, I'm not gonna back trade 3 in the afternoon. Or backtest. There's just no point. So let's go to a different day. You can see the days down here, and if you go right here, you can see the specific time. So let's do right here. We'll start at 7:05. Whoops, click here, jump to, let's do 7 o'clock on the 27th. So we're gonna have to find where price was currently. So right here, we're at 7 o'clock on the 22nd, or the 27th, excuse me, 2022. It is now 2023, which is crazy, but all right. So now we're in a historical place in price. And again, this is the time I would usually be hopping on. So for me, I don't know how you guys do analysis. Just gonna kind of do a really rough analysis really quick. We are trading, this is the 200 moving average, so we're trading above that. So I can tell that we are in an uptrend. Overall, if I look back, I can see roughly kind of a trend line going like that. But to let's say I want to skip ahead to say 7:30. You're going to click this play button, and you can change the speed. So I'm just going to do 1 time speed. So it's just going to be basically the bars are going to go. This is the 5-minute candles. Again, you'd want to change the time frame. So if you trade on the 15-minute or 30-minute, you want to change that as well. So I could go to 30-minute, hour, whatever. But I trade mainly the 5-minute. Sometimes we'll look at 15-minute for confluences as well, or higher time frames for overall direction. But let's go ahead and keep playing this. And now it's going to play each bar, each 5-minute candle as they happened at that time. So now you can see we're reaching 8 o'clock or 7:50, 7:55, 8 o'clock, 8:10. It's going to go by again in 5 minutes, and you can speed this up or slow this down. So let me pause this. I can even go 0.5 instead of 1. So now it's going to go even slower if you want to slow it down a little bit so it's not so fast for you. But again, I would be looking for buys right here, as I know that. So let me just, for example, I like trading supply and demand. So I see a demand that was created right here. We're in an uptrend overall. We just broke structure right here. And again, this might be advanced for some of y'all, might not be, but it's just kind of just how I would backtest. So let's go ahead and play it again. Let's see if it comes down to this demand zone. If it does, I think that'd be a good price. It might not come back. Let's see. Yep, it just took off. But there's another demand zone created here. Let's see if it comes back to that one. Looks like price might just keep taking off. And then you want to keep an eye on the time here. So this is already getting to almost 10 o'clock. Okay, let's hold on. So I'm going to move this demand zone up here. Now price has tapped into this demand zone again. So let's see if this is going to be right here. You can do a long position or short position if you're going to buy or sell the market. So I'm going to do long because I'm looking for buys. I would put my stop loss somewhere down here. Let's put target up here. And again, I don't remember this day or anything like that, so I don't know what happened, but let's just see what happens right here. This would be how I would backtest my strategy. Now that the candles are keep going, the candles continue, I'm going to get a little bit more precise on my entry. So I would enter above this candle or a candle break. Again, this is not a strategy video. This is just how I'm doing it. This is how I would backtest. So we're going to keep playing, see what happens. It looks like it is showing movement to the downside. Almost would have got stopped out right there, and boom. So would have got stopped out right there. But that is how you would backtest your strategy. Again, key things to remember. You're going to want to use this risk to reward tool. So I'm on this trade. I was risking roughly 11.8, 12 pips, or risking 10 pips, down here in the red. So I got stopped out at 10 pips, and I was looking for 11 to 12 pips on this trade. But that is how, I know that was completely fast. Rewind if you might have missed something or if it was confusing at all. Try to kind of explain the best I could. This is my first video, so again, I'm not really used to explaining these sort of things, but I'm actually curious to see if I was to keep playing this, what would happen. Because it could have been a liquidity grab or something like that. Let me speed this up. Let's go 1. And it looks like price was consolidating to it back down to the downside. So that's fine. But again, not a strategy video, but just wanted to get on here kind of for my first video on the channel and show you guys how I backtest. I highly recommend backtesting. If you're not profitable yet, if you're not a profitable trader, then I think that you should backtest. Again, make sure you're backtesting the time and session that you're usually trade, and the time frame that you usually trade, pairs that you usually trade. You don't want to be going and backtesting a random pair at a random time. There's no point. You're wasting your time at that point. But spend some time on the weekends after your trading session. This can also help with over trading. So let's say you take 1 or 2 trades during your normal trading session and you want to get off the charts and not over trade, but you still have that itch to trade. Just do some back testing. You're still able to get those reps in, get those trades in, but you're not risking your actual account. So again, first video on the channel. If you guys have any questions or feedback, please comment that below. I would love for you to subscribe, obviously. I have a lot of plans for this channel for the future. I'll be doing an account challenge, a funding challenge here soon with Fortune's funding, and I'm going to be documenting that whole entire process. So it's like a beta. The funding company's in beta right now. I don't know if you guys know who James Storm is, or James Storms, but he was giving out free challenge accounts pretty much, but it was 3 phases, not 2. So I've already passed the first phase, which was to a $10,000 account, and to grow that 9%, 9%. So I only needed to get $900, and I was able to get that in a few days. So now I'm waiting for credentials for the 15K account, which is what the challenge is for, which is the normal 2-step first phase and then the verification phase. So if I pass those, I'll get the 15K account, which would be awesome. It'd be really fun to play around with and sort of test my skills with. So stay tuned for that if you're curious in seeing how someone would go about trying to get funded. I'm not a fund trader currently, so it would be pretty cool to get that 15K account. It's not giant, but it's more than I have right now, so that'd be awesome. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Again, leave any questions you might have below. I'll answer them. I'll try and get to everyone, but looking over my notes here to make sure that I mentioned everything. I think so. And again, you cannot do this. You can't use the bar replay feature if you're not using if you don't have a subscription to TradingView. If you're just using the free version of TradingView, you will not be able to do the bar replay and backtest. But again, if you're trying to take trading seriously, I highly recommend it. So appreciate you guys watching. I'll see you guys in the next one.